This channel officially has a Discord server. Feel free to join. Link in the description. Hello everyone, this is Record of Ragnarok, the podcast about the manga and anime Record of Ragnarok, and allow me to prophecy. Record of Ragnarok Season 3 will be announced March 22nd, 2025. Now, longtime viewers of the channel might be asking me, hey, how can you be so confident when the past two predictions on Season 3 you've made were wrong? First, rude. Second, I am so confident that I am right this time around that if I am wrong, in my next convention, Anime Boston, I will get footage of me getting slapped by 10 different cosplayers. So how can I be so confident about this prediction? Well, there's several reasons. In my last reasoning with the season, it was sort of just wishful thinking of, well, they have to do it because I want them to do it. But this time, really, there's a lot of things that line up that point to that announcement of Season 3 on March 22nd, 2025, specifically at around 8 to 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, USA. But first, we have to ask, is this Season 3 even on the table? And that, for me, is a resounding yes. Every season covers 3 fights, which means that after Season 2 ended on Round 6, we would need Round 7, 8, and 9 to be completed in order for there to be enough material for a Season 3. And if you keep up with the manga, you know very well that Round 7, 8, and 9 are officially completed. But was Record of Ragnarok even popular enough to warrant a Season 3? And the answer to that is a resounding yes. Season 2 of Record of Ragnarok made Record of Ragnarok in the year 2023, the year Season 2 came out, the most viewed anime based on hours on Netflix. Period. It was more popular than Chainsaw Man, One Punch Man, Hell's Paradise, Vinland Saga, Oshinoko, Cyberpunk Edge Runners, and Demon Slayer. Fucking Demon Slayer! Record of Ragnarok beat viewership by hours for Demon Slayer. The popularity is there. The manga material needed for Season 3 is there. Now, let's look at the studio that animates and creates the Record of Ragnarok anime. Record of Ragnarok Season 1 and Season 2 were both made by Studio Graphica, so it's not unreasonable to assume that Season 3 will likely be made by them as well. Record of Ragnarok Season 2 Part 2 came out July 12, 2023. So, what has this studio made since July 12, 2023? There's Rhapsody, a 4-episode anime released in November of 2023. There was a 10-minute short released on March 22nd, 2024 called Pop Pop City. And there was a movie released May 17th, 2024 called Iris the Movie Full Energy. Adding up all the time of those animations put together, you get 162 minutes. Which would mean that, hypothetically saying they weren't working on Season 3, that means that this studio would have made less than 3 hours of animation in 2 years. But let's talk about the elephant in the room. Disney Twisted Wonderland, the animation. The latest official project by this studio, an entire series to be released on Disney Plus starting October of 2025. Now, I'll admit this doesn't look great for Record of Ragnarok Season 3 at first, assuming that they only worked on this animation, but it's not exactly uncommon to see anime studios work on more than just one project at a time. According to my friend Weeb Lou, YouTuber and full-time sexy anime boys expert, this is a series that has potentially a lot of high combat action scenes with a lot of visually heavy styles. Again, not looking good for Record of Ragnarok. But let's look into the staff of Twisted Wonderland. The chief director of Twisted Wonderland is going to be a gentleman by the name of Mr. Takahiro Natori, a man who has not, in the past, worked on any Record of Ragnarok episodes at all, at least from his My Anime List profile. We have no word on a producer of the series. If we were to look at the producer of Record of Ragnarok Season 2, Part 1 and 2, we would find a gentleman by the name of Mr. Kohei Kawase. If he were the producer of Twisted Wonderland, since they did a staff reveal, wouldn't they just say so? If you look at his latest work, his latest credit was Record of Ragnarok Season 2, Part 2, all the way back in 2023, and this guy's got a pretty stacked resume. I mean, he has consistently worked in the anime sphere. And you want to tell me he hasn't worked on anything in the past 2 years? But it doesn't stop there. Let's check out a gentleman by the name of Mr. Masao Okubo, the director of Record of Ragnarok Season 1, Season 2, Part 1, and Part 2. He was also the storyboard worker for Episodes 1 and 2 of Record of Ragnarok Season 1. Since the release of Record of Ragnarok Season 2 Part 2, he has 3 credits to his name. He was the storyboard worker for Episode 10 of Isekai Suicide Squad, and was the key animator in Episodes 2 and 3 of an elf anime with a very long name. Not to mention, of course, the key animator for an entire movie. And I'm not an animator, but I cannot imagine that being the key animator for an entire movie is exactly easy work. But looking at the release date of the movie, it came out in October of 2023, which would mean that since November of 2023, unless he's working on a big project, that would mean he's only worked on 3 episodes of anime within the past year. So, the studio, the director, and the producer of one of 2023's biggest anime on Netflix have been pretty quiet. So, Record of Ragnarok's producer and director have not been working on this Twisted Wonderland anime. They've been working on probably something else. I doubt they've just been chilling in the studio in the past 2 years, sitting on an extremely successful anime, just kicking their feet up, not doing a damn thing. So, it's safe to say that Record of Ragnarok Season 3, at the very least, is being worked on. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. That's great and all, but how do you know we're getting a confirmation so soon and an announcement on that exact date? This is where I'm going to need you to stretch your imagination a little bit. Every month, we get a new chapter of Record of Ragnarok. This month, we will be getting Chapter 99, which means next month, we are getting Chapter 100, a major milestone for any series. A Season 3 announcement would be a perfect lineup for Chapter 100, just basically saying, hey, thanks for sticking with us, we're getting Season 3 as well. But that's not only it, because what is happening on March 22nd, 3 days before Chapter 100 is released? Anime Japan. It is Japan's biggest anime convention. And which streaming service that exclusively streams Record of Ragnarok is having a presentation on March 22nd on the blue stage? That's right, Netflix. Last year at Anime Japan, they did the surprise announcement at the Netflix panel of the Kengan Ashura X Baki movie, so surprise announcements are not off the table. So, we have a studio likely working on Season 3 for over a year and a half. We have an up-and-coming milestone with Chapter 100, and we also have this Netflix panel at Anime Japan this year, all lining up perfectly. Now, to be clear, I don't have any insider information. I'm not leaking this. This is simply me doing my prediction. I could 100% be wrong, and I really hope I'm not. But this is my prediction, and if I get this wrong, 3 times you're out. I will not predict Record of Ragnarok Season 3 when I think the information is going to drop ever again. I will only be sharing hopefully when it is officially announced, and I will be making no more predictions after this.